Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Damo, and in today's video we're going to show you the video footage that we took of the slightly unsuccessful attempt at trying to replace the catalytic converter on bank 2, that's the one at the front of the engine, on the 2011 Lotus Evora S. And before we get started on this video, I usually ask people to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already and click the little bell icon. Please go ahead and do that. But also, if you are working on your car and attempting any of the things in any of the how-to videos that I do, just be really careful. You may have noticed I have a slight cut above my right eye. I fell during the work that I was doing on another car, the 944. Check out the other videos on the channel for more information on the 944, and unfortunately, or fortunately rather, I didn't actually video myself falling over. Phew. Anyway, stay tuned, let's get on with the video. Cheers. Okay, first thing, we've got to get these seat units out, these tiny little seat units. We've got to get the base out. You've never done this before, no. Apparently they're just velcroed in. So let's give them a pull of a pull. They're velcroed in, clearly with a lot of velcro. And there we go. Well, that was easy. So yeah, you don't want to be damaging any of that. So removal of Lotus Evora rear seats starts with removing the base. Let's have a look, and you can see some nice soft material there. 4 pads. Oh, and look, and there you go. That is your emergency boot cable release. I'm not going to try that. They can be a bit temperamental, so I'm just going to leave that. Crikey, a bit dirty under there. Give it a hoover after. Okay, on to the next bit. Oh, look, you can see here some of the lovely, God, that's hard, which is what you expect, adhesive. Cool. Back bit. Okay, next step is to remove these little headrests. So I've done this one already. You can see there's 4 little clips there, and they go on this little rail here. That one was a little bit tricky, but there you go. They're out. What you're then left with is a couple of bolts here attaching this frame. Is that rusty? These are 8mm, I believe. We'll go get the spanner and do those next. Okay, so we've loosened those off. There's 2. These are behind the headrests. Oh, my little clips just fallen off there. That must be from the headrest. I'll get that in a sec. And then the next one. Okay, so we've done the 2 top nuts. You can see there, they're off. There's 2 at the bottom. There's one there and one over there. You can see it. They are 7mm. So the top ones are, why they're different, Lotus, who knows. The top ones are 8mm. These bottom 2 7mm. So get those off. Okay, so interestingly, you don't need to undo these ones fully. You just need to loosen them, because I've done the top ones. You can see over there, they just slide out, and then you can remove the whole back of the back seat. Okay, so what we're now left with the back removed, you've got this access panel here. You need, I wouldn't call this a T15 hex nut. You've got 10, you can see them there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 10 nuts to get into this access panel. See, it's nicely padded. Yeah. So that's the next thing. Let's get those off to get into that panel. Okay, we're cheating a bit by using the electric drill. Right, that's all the bolts out. This should come off. It's not doing. Oh, there we go. Oof, a bit dusty. Oh, there we go. The heat shield is stuck to the back of it. Oh, I see. Nice. And then there we are. somewhere in there is our manifold we have to get off. It's going to be fun. Okay, it's always a good idea to have a little plastic tub to keep your bits and bobs in that you're taking off, because like I did then, I actually lost one of these washers behind here and it kind of stuck, and then it took me a while to get it out, which was annoying. So count them up. You should have 10 of these, 2 of those for the bolts on the top of the seat, because the last thing you want to do when you don't want to lose a nut in the engine, that can be bad, but you don't want to be messing around when you come to put it all back and be missing bolts and stuff. So just keep them out of the way, count how many you've got. I just want to spend a moment dwelling on the design of the Lotus. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I do find it quite staggering, because what you have here, this bolt is ISOFIX, and the reason you have ISOFIX is so you can slot in baby and car seats very easily. They clip, they're more secure, you don't need to mess around with seat belts. ISOFIX there, engine like there, like matter of not even inches, centimeters, inches away from where you're putting your nice child in a car seat, baby seat. It's all safe, perfectly safe, if you don't think about it too much, and obviously you've got, that's probably why they use these 10 bolts to secure this panel on, just in case. I don't think there's anything in there that's ever likely to pop off, explode, or what have you, but there you go. Yeah, just thought I'd share that, food for thought. ISO thing here, engine just there, cool. Okay, back at the top of the engine, what we've got to do now to get access to the header is remove this chimney component here. So there's a couple of bolts for this. One is down here somewhere, hopefully. You see that? Down there. There. And there's another one over there. It says, is that attached there? Yeah, so one there. So we've got to loosen that off, get that off, and then pop this off. This bit is a simple Jubilee clip. There you go. Oh, sugar. That was not good. So this chimney vent pipe doesn't really go anywhere. It kind of goes there, so it's just a bit of pipe that's obviously got very hot, become very brittle and fragile, so you can probably extend that, just trim that off after to get that back on, that's fine, and then replace it at a later point. But I guess that's what happens with a lot of heat build up from here over time. Yeah, it's going to wear out and then it just duplicate clips on, so it looks a bit less damaged and stretchy up here, so we give it a bit more length, so I'm not too worried about that. Not great though. Okay, here we are, back of the engine, or the front of the car. So there, 10mm bolt down here. If you're wondering how you do this, from a position point of view, you stand or sit in the boot, which is what I'm doing for one of the mid-engine cars. Okay, again, I'm going to be really careful not to drop that. Okay, once you've done the 2 dots either side, you have to be careful actually, because this one on the right does have a little catch thing which is just dropped down. I think it's on the under tray somewhere, but there you go. Pop it out, that's your chimney removed. Okay, we've got a bit more light showing now with the that chimney gone. You can see what you've got here is another heat shield. Now, I'll show you this. This is the new old manifold that's going to go on there, and as you can see, it doesn't have that heat shield on there, whereas this one does, and you can see up there that bolt in the foreground and the one in the foreground background. We got to get that silver heat shield off, and then somehow it's going to go on there. So the way we do that, there are 2 bolts. One is here, so we're on the inside of the car again. This is the access panel. We've got to get that. And then there's another one apparently. There you go. see it over there. I think we've got to get that from above. It's going to be tricky. Okay, we're going in from top for this one. You can see down there they're 10 mils. You're going to need a bit of leverage on them and extend the bar. There you go. It's coming off now. Okay, we just got the one off from this side, and true Lotus style, there you go. It's bolted on there. It's obviously got this bit of heat shield, which is expertly crafted and engineered and bent into perfect shape. This is a hand-built British sports car, people, not a BMW, and I kind of like that. Okay, so we've got this fellow off, and the one that was over here. This now should loosen off. Oh no, there's another bolt down there. Oh, look at that. There's another bolt there. I'm guessing it's 10 mil, is it? To take that off. Then we're going to have to unplug this oxygen sensor. Okay. This little fella here is also holding on this heat shield here. Yeah, you get a 10 mil on that, and we're nearly there. Oh, there we go. It's there. It's off. So this should now be fully loose. Yeah, so there's 3 bolts. There you go. Got one there, one over there, one down here. We're just going to unclip this, and we'll get this off and out. It should come out through the top of the engine, all being well. We should start to see down here. There you go. These rusted bolts. These are what hold the manifold on. We're going to have to tackle them in a minute. They are extremely rusty though. Okay, I'm just going to zoom out a second. Follow. This is the lead from the oxygen sensor round, just so you see where it goes. Looks like it clips into there, and it goes in here. There. Alrighty, we've unplugged our oxygen sensor. We are not attached. I'm going to take attempt to remove this. Okay, this bit is what we need to put back on our new replacement manifold and catalytic converter. So now, once that's off and out the way, what we should be able to see down here, there we go, we can see a proper view of our header. We're going to get some fluid on these to hopefully make them loosen off. There are 6, there should be 6, 1, 2. Where the other one is? Is it down there? There's 6, yeah, there you go. This is at the top. Got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then there'll be 3 underneath, which we'll have to tackle from inside the car. Okay, so I think what we're going to do now, you can see these are all quite rusty. Rustier actually than the ones at the front of the engine. You've got 2, 3 at the bottom, 3 at the top. We're going to need some leverage for them to get them off. I'm going to spray them with some fluid and this heat shield. Actually, can you see how I've got this little bolt here? I actually did this the other day when I did the other exhaust. So what I'm going to do now is get some fluid on these to try and loosen these off, and then go underneath and tackle the where the manifold and the catalytic converter, where it goes into the collector. So I've taken that off before, so that should be fairly straightforward. That will give the penetrating fluid time to act on the manifold there, and we should be able to come back up and try and get those very, very rusty bolts off. Once they're off, we're probably going to need to give them a blooming good clean as well. Right, so there we are then. Our sort of attempt came to a grinding halt with the problem of trying to get those nuts off the bolts. They were all a bit rusty. I couldn't quite get purchase on them. They were sort of a bit seized. It was a bit hard to kind of do that, scrape my knuckles and all the rest of it. Really, really tricky with that very small access panel. Anyway, thought it was useful just to share that footage for anyone who's kind of not familiar with how you can get access through the back seats into that part of the engine. It's kind of cool when you look at it. And also really quite surprising just how close that engine is, where you've got the engine, back seats, and potentially a small child sat there as well. But with ISO fix, I don't know, sort of a little bit scary, but also kind of cool. Right, there you go. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you haven't done already, please subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell icon, then you get notified whenever we do another video. Don't forget to like the video and write in the comments, tell us what you think. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.